Hi everyone, this is Thursday midday, just before 11 a.m. Midweek in week 4, featuring chapter 2, Neuroscience and Behavior. It's a really interesting chapter with a lot of new material, terms, and so on. This is a week that you do not have a content discussion, but you do have a discussion in the research paper area. And I'm really looking for a bit of a focus on the research paper. There's a lot of what I might call technicalities of the research paper that we've been paying attention to. And that's what I want to have as the focus of this quick screencast for you. So we're going to go straight into discussions from the content or the first page that we come to in D2L. I'm just going to scroll down here really quickly and get to the research paper pieces. Mine maybe looks a little different from yours, but let's get into research paper number 4. This is the discussion that you're seeing this week. APA style, you're already noticing that we are using APA style, American Psychological Association, which makes sense, of course, for our Psychology 101 class. This week in particular was focusing on how to do references. The past couple of weeks we did in-text citations and title page. So we have some good information here, and what I have asked you to do specifically in the assignment, create your reference page. It is its own page in and of itself in APA style. Write your reference then for your textbook. That was the practice for this week. Save it on the computer and post your entire paper, title page, that introductory paragraph where we practiced in-text citations, and the reference page, all three together. And then to please respond to 2 other students, preferably the one above and below you, to give them some feedback on what you see in their paper. So this has been going really well, and I wanted to pull up a few things and show you what I'm seeing and what's going well, what maybe we can adjust to make our papers look just right so far. Okay, so my computer should have downloaded this. Just took me a moment to pull up this first example. This is Annie's paper, and you can see she has her title page looking pretty good. She might want to get the last name here of her person, her psychologist that she's researching, Pierre-Paul Broca, is missing there. But the title page looks good. She's got the 3 key pieces centered there. This is her first sort of paragraph where she was practicing her in-text citation. Comment I have here is to start at the top of the page. This indent is good, but I would just move it up to start at the top. What she's doing well here is that she has double space times New Roman font, 12-point font. And now we get to references. So notice references is the start of this page. It's its own page. This is the title, references. She did that perfectly. So then we're getting into, this looks really good, just a few small tweaks. There would be a period after this D. So this is Don Hockenberry. He's one of the authors of the textbook. So it would be Hockenberry, comma, the capital D, period, comma, and you can use the word and or the symbol for and here. And then you have the second author of our textbook, who is Sandra Hockenberry. So Hockenberry, comma, the capital S, period. So that all looks good. And next you'll see the, within parentheses, the year of publication, period. And then the title, Discovering Psychology. This P can be a small p. And then she has parentheses, 6th edition, end parenthesis, period. So I've seen this both as written out as 6th or just as the number 6 and then TH, 6th edition that way. And I'm looking to get clarification for myself right now. Either way looks fine to me. Then we get into the location, New York, comma, and then capital NY without any periods for that abbreviation. And there's the colon and our publisher, Worth Publishers, period. So this looks good with those few tweaks. Let's look at one more. So this is a second student paper. This is Abigail's paper, her title page. Looking at this paragraph, the first thing that hits me is that it needs to be double spaced, so that would be something I would recommend right away, double spacing. So here's the references page for Abigail. We're seeing the two initials D and H for the first author and S and E for the second author. That's fine. Again, we need a small p here, and you can see where the number 6 is used instead of writing out 6th and ED, and this would be fine this way. And then she has New York, New York, Worth Publishers. That all looks very good as well. Looking at a third paper, this is James's paper, and looks like good content here. I would wonder, is this Times New Roman 12-point font? Sometimes it's hard to see on the computer, but I would ask that question. You can see how he has double spacing here, and he started at the top of the page. That all looks good per APA style. Now we come to James's reference page, and he has quite a few references right now, and perhaps he's already looking up some different materials, which is fine. But let's talk for just a second here, because he brings up this issue. Anything that you have in your reference page must also be an in-text citation somewhere in your paper. So that may be James's intention, that he's going to include some of these things in his paper. However, I will tell you specifically there are 3 references that must be in your paper. Beyond that, it's optional. And as long as the reference is also an in-text citation, it can be there. That's fine. But you do not have to have more than the 3 specific references. And right now, I'm just looking for this Hockenberry and Hockenberry. And you can take a look at it, and one thing that looks like is going on here is missing the state, New York. So he has the city, New York, and then he needs to add the state. And this is not correct. Worth is not the entire publishing body, so that would be something James would need to update as well. So thank you to those 3 people for allowing me to use the examples that your papers offered. I really appreciate that, and I'll try and kind of mix that up throughout the discussion series using different folks' papers to demonstrate different things that are going on. So I do highly encourage you to make sure that things are looking really good here for this discussion number 4 before we move on next week, so you can be confident in moving on to discussion number 5 that things are all, doing well right up to this point. And I will frankly say that I believe the research papers are looking very good, sort of technically speaking. All right, have a great week.